Hello! In case you didn't notice, we're in a new place. And I'm not wearing a robe. This may look like a robe, but it's actually a cardigan. So, I wanted to break up the monotony. So here it is. We're in my basement. I really wanted to talk about something that I saw yesterday that I forgot to talk about, but I just really wanted to give some attention to. There's a Slender movie coming out. In case you weren't aware, they just released a trailer yesterday. And I have some thoughts about it, you know. Because back when Slender was huge, I was way into it. Like, I played the 8 pages, I played The Arrival, I would watch Toby Games. Jeez. Yeah, Toby Games, just all these YouTubers were always playing Slender. It was like the biggest thing, in case you weren't, like, super pop culture savvy back then. I'm not gonna... Oh my god, that's what they have pop sockets for. Sorry, found a new way to hold my phone. But I think it's a very, interesting, thing that they're doing, but it looks like they took this very, I don't know if it necessarily was a super original concept to begin with, but they're taking the Slender concept, which used to be kind of cool, and the trailer just kind of made it look generic. Like, in the fact they're calling it Slender Man, and they're not showing the villain as just like, oh, he'll find you. Oh, it's like, it feels like a Bye Bye Man from last year. I never saw it. I heard it was atrocious, but yeah, it looks, the trailer made it look a little generic, and the fact that they didn't actually show Slender Man, like, in it, just like a full-on thing, is kind of surprising. Like, I know they want to keep, like, the dramatic effect and all that, but it's, like, so weird that they're hiding him because everyone knows what the Slender Man looks like. You know, it strikes me as very odd, but I did kind of appreciate watching the trailer because it kind of brought me back when I was younger and into Slender. I do have a few questions, though. Why didn't we see him? I already asked that. But, this isn't a question, but I noticed it was the trailer, like the movie was made by Sony Entertainment, who made another really outstanding film this past year called The Emoji Movie. I don't know if you saw it, but, I'm definitely thinking it's a contender for Movie of the Year. So that came out. So they're working on it. It almost makes me think that Sony doesn't have a soul. Not ripping on PS4 fans, but because this has nothing to do with PS4. This is their movie division, and I can't think of all the Sony movies off the top of my head. I'm sure there's probably been a few good ones, but the fact that they're just like taking all these popular franchises, it seems like they're just in it for money, and they have like don't really have creative vision. And the fact that they made the Slender movie like 6 years after it was really relevant is a little surprising. But yeah, so that was definitely interesting. But it did bring me back to like the Marble Hornets and stuff, and I was like, man, I never even watched all the way through Marble Hornets. I just know I watched some of it. For those of you who don't know, Marble Hornets was like a found footage type YouTube channel. They did like you never really saw the people in it, but it was like about Slender Man. I think, like he was in one of the first ones, and the rest of them, from what I remember, was just them walking around. They haven't uploaded in like 3 years. I just looked at their channel, so that's a little disappointing. Ended at entry 87 or something like that, I think. But yeah. So, and then I found like hey, it's like a explained video. I'm like, oh, perfect, but it's an hour long. If I'm gonna like actually take a bunch of time out of my time to catch up on the Marble Hornets lore and shit, like I'm just going to like watch the Marble Hornets. Like spending an hour summarizing it, why to do that when I could spend another like probably 45 minutes just watching the actual videos themselves and gathering it for myself. Nonetheless, I'll probably see this movie. Despite how meh I think it looks, I'm still curious because maybe it'll be like a surprise and it'll have some moments in it for the fans. And I think it's kind of a weird thing to say because like the only moment they could have in it is showing him with his tentacles and then there being pages attached to a tree. It's kind of bizarre. But I just kind of wanted to talk about that. Thought that would be a fun topic, and I've discussed it a little bit in a non-edited fashion, so that way it's really genuine. Anyway, thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow for the next vlog. Peace.